Hi everybody, it's Donna from Taffy Crafting. Such a lovely day today. It's a Friday. Fridays are my day off. Fridays are the day that I like to do some crafting, and I've just been having a little muck about in my craft room this morning, and I've put together my two favourite colours, and they are two colours that you won't really see on my YouTube channel at all, but I do love black and grey, and I love black and grey when they're together. And I've also recently discovered embossing folders. So I've bought the Swirls and Curls embossing folder, and I want to share with you the experience that I get when I emboss. It sounds a bit weird, but I just want to show you what that looks like. If you've never done any embossing before using embossing folders, let me show you just the effect that that gives. So I've used black and grey. I've got a red card base. This is Poppy Parade. I would have preferred Real Red, but I think it works just as well with Poppy Parade. Real Red is a slightly deeper red, and I thought I had some, but I can't find any. I've used the Detail Trio Punch on just on the corners here. I've used from the Beauty Abounds stamp set. Just used the For You because I just wanted a very small sentiment on there. I didn't want a big label on it. And I've used the butterfly punch to just punch out these butterflies. So I've got a few supplies going on here, but you know, you can just make it up as ever you want. This is just to give you some inspiration, not necessarily to go out and completely copy it, although you can if you like, but it's just to give you some inspiration. All of the measurements will be on my blog. There is a link to the blog post specifically for this project in the description bar underneath this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, come and subscribe. At the point that I'm making this video, which is probably at least a week before you get to see it, I'm just shy of 600 subscribers. I really hope that by the time you're watching this, I'm at 600 subscribers. I am chasing the thousands. That's what I would really love to get to. And I've just started to video a lot more now, a lot more regularly and consistently. Anyway, shall I get on? Stop rambling. So I've already done some cutting out. So let's put that to one side. And I've got two pieces of card. I've got a piece of Poppy Parade, but any two colours that you like to work with, you don't have to do grey and red. That's my favourite colour combination. You might like anything. Green and yellow if it takes your fancy. Black and purple for me is another colour combination I like. Black and white and a whole monochrome thing can look just as good. Just your two favourite colours. So I've gone for the Poppy Parade and Basic Grey. I've also got some Basic Grey ink for the sentiment, excuse me, for the sentiment in the middle of the card. And I've got a little bit of just scrap white paper, cardstock, just for the sentiment. So this Poppy Parade here should measure 11 3/4, yep, by 4 1/8. It's actually a standard card size. That's the standard size that I use all of the time in my cards, unless I'm doing 5x7s or unless I'm doing just something completely, to a specific size. A piece of Basic Grey, that's going to measure 5 3/4 by 4 inches. Now, before I stick that to the card, I'm going to emboss it. Now, I'm going to put my die cutting machine here, my Big Shot on here. It doesn't fit on here very well, but I just want to show you what this looks like. Now, I don't want anybody shouting, you need a new pair of cutting plates. Sorry, the light, let's move that. I know I need a new pair of cutting plates, and I've got a new pair of cutting plates, but I don't want to use them because they're new. So I'm just going to carry on with these. I'm going to put my card inside my embossing folder like that and put that in between the two plates. Sometimes with embossing folders you might need to do a little bit of jiggling to get the right pressure in the Big Shot machine, but that's just trial and error. So I'm going to run that through. And I'm just going to take, you can't see that, I'm just going to take the embossing folder out, put this thing to one side. Oh, it weighs a ton. And I never get bored of this. When you take it out and you look at that, I never get bored of that effect, ever. I just think that looks just stunning. Let's get some light back on that. I never get bored of that effect when I take it out of the die cutting machine. So there's my card base, and I'm going to stick that on there like that. I'm just going to use Tombow for that. Got a nice fresh bottle of Tombow. If you've been watching my videos lately, the latest ones, you can see I've just been squeezing out the last of that Tombow out of that last bottle. Also, if you know me, I am a frugal crafter. I'm waiting for Crafty Karen Designs to come on and say, yep, she's stingy with her supplies, all right. Oh, I need to move that quickly before that grabs. Goodness me, that grabbed quick, but that's on. And I've just got a border all the way around that. I could have been a bit quicker with getting that moved. That glue will dry clear. Okay, so a few things that I need. I've got a little bit more of the Poppy Parade. Just to say as well that a sheet of basic grey card, a sheet of Poppy Parade 12 by 12 has made 2 cards, and I've got all of that left over of basic grey, and I've got that left over of Poppy Parade, so it's not particularly wasteful. So this piece of scrap card, I'm going to cut out a piece that measures 1 inch I'm not trimming this one down. I think it was 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. I'm going to get my detail trio punch. Now the detail trio punch, clues in the name, does 3 things. So we've got a corner rounder, it punches out a little oval, and then it's got this. I really like this. I use this one probably the most. So you get your card and you just push it into the corner like that. So it's got 2 kind of barriers that it pushes up against. Punch it, little flourish, or whatever you want to call that. So I've got that. You could round those corners off if you want. Let's round that corner. No, I'm not going to leave it. I've ruined it. So I've got that. So that's going to go, where's my card gone? That's going to go on there. So I'm just going to start building this up with the things that I want to be stuck on it. So that's going to sit there like that. I'm then going to get my scrap of Whisper White, and you can use any sentiment you like depending on what stamps you have around. I'm going to use For You on here. I've already got that loaded up onto my block, and you could do this in red or grey. I prefer it in grey. I've had a play about. It definitely looks better in grey. And just going to try and get that in shot. Stamp that on my card. And I've got a 1.5 inch circle punch. Line it up. I've just thought of something. I've got another punch I think that would work better than that. It's the 1 3/8 circle punch. It's a scallop punch actually, and it's 1 3/8. I think that will fit. And it does, just about. Absolutely just about. Just think that. We'll see if it works. I'll let you decide. I don't know. I'm just thinking because we've got these curly swirlies. Don't know. I think I like it either way. So we've got that built up. Now I just want 4 butterflies. So I've got my Poppy Parade cardstock. I've got my butterfly punch. This has probably been used the most, this punch. And the great thing about Stampin' Up punches is that they're really robust. They're quite heavy actually. I know some people who have maybe arthritis issues in their hands find these quite difficult to use, but they're not going to break. They are absolutely not going to break. They last a lifetime. So I'm going to cut out, I'm going to punch out 2 there. And I'm going to see if I can get that in there like that, because I don't like to waste card. I'm not one that uses scraps and things, but I don't like to end up with a load of scrap. So I've got 4 butterflies, 2 big, 2 little ones, and I'm going to put those just kind of wherever I feel like, or wherever they land. And I could spend ages mucking about with where these are going to go. And I can kind of hear people watching this saying, just get it down on the card. Okay, I'm just going to get it down on the card. I'm not going to muck about with it. So that's what I'm going to do to put that together. Using this sentiment means that you can use this card for anything. Absolutely anything, whatever you like. Right, out come the mini dimensionals. Crafty Karen Designs is going to start shouting in a minute saying, could you get some more dimensionals on that, please? I've mentioned Crafty Karen Designs a couple of times. Go and check out her YouTube channel. She makes some beautiful projects. And she is one of my bestest craftist friends. Craftist? Is that a word? My bestest crafty friend. So go and check out her video. And there is a video on there, and I've got it on my YouTube channel as well, where we have actually done a tutorial together. It's absolutely hilarious. Sat in her craft room, crafting, laughing and crafting. I'm going to get that on there like that. I could really annoy her and just put 1 dimensional on there. So I'm going to do that. It sticks, it's not going anywhere. And then I see other crafters and they'll put about 6 on there. It's like, you're joking. That's not going anywhere. I've just done that to wind her up. I would normally do 2. So I'm now going to get some dimensionals on these. Just going to put 2 on there, just so that it's even. And with the butterflies as well, I just want to slightly bend the wings. Not bend, curve. Just so that their wings stick up a little bit and give some dimension to this. I'm going to put that on there. So we've almost finished. And I love this card so much. I've got a craft fair coming up soon. It's in about 6 weeks' time. I absolutely need to get a wiggle on with this and get some things made, and I haven't made a thing. And I love this card so much. I think I could get a bit of a production line going with these. I was going to make another YouTube video this afternoon. I don't think I will. I think my voice is going to go before then. Right. Now, links to the blog, as I said, are in the description bar, but also links to the project, to the products that I've used. So if there is a hostess code on my blog, so if you're ordering, quote the hostess code. I'll know then that you've ordered, and I'd love to send you on a thank you gift. Won't be anything extravagant, but just a nice little handmade gift. And there we go. Nice and easy. There's nothing difficult about that project. Absolutely nothing difficult at all. I've got 2 of them now. There you go. One with a scallop, and probably could have done with 1 more mini dimensional, and then one with just a plain circle. So I hope you like that project. If you do, please give this a thumbs up. Come and subscribe to my channel. Come and find me on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Instagram. Just search Taffy Crafting, and I would love to see you there. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.